Well, in case you haven't heard, you can expect to start paying more for your electricity in the new year. As we've reported, ComEd has a $45.8 million increase coming. But what does that mean for you? And you're probably wondering, how did this happen? We're joined by David Collada with the Citizens Utility Board, or CUB, to explain. Good morning to you, David. Always good to see you. As I was telling you right before we came on, so much involved with all of us. So let's just start with the nuts and bolts. How much is this going to end up costing taxpayers on average?
Well, as you said, it's a $45 million rate increase over the course of the year. That's several dollars added to your monthly electric bill. And obviously, it couldn't really come at a worse time. Right now, natural gas prices for heating are very, very high. And of course, we're still in a pandemic. So the timing on this is awful. If there's some good news here, it's that without getting into all the technical details, the regulatory system that was in place that makes it very difficult to challenge these rate increases was actually just overturned in Springfield with the Climate and Equity Jobs Act that passed. And so we will have a new rate setting plan going forward. And at CUB, we're hopeful that will result in better decisions and a fairer outcome for consumers.
Will that affect not necessarily next year's rates, but maybe rates in the future? Because this increase we're seeing now as is wouldn't be the only one over the next few years, correct?
Well, that's right. It will. This was the last year of what is known as the formula rate, and there's nothing we can do about that, unfortunately, that increase. Going forward, I do think that there's a better system in place. I think it's one where there's still a lot of work to be done to make sure that it works well for consumers. But we are a lot more confident in it, and we're hopeful that that we'll get a better rate setting system here that, as I said, will be fairer for consumers. Ultimately, at the end of the day, this is very, very bad timing. There are some things out there that people can do. There are good energy efficiency programs that can help you save money and and reduce your bills. And for people who are low and moderate income, there's a fair amount of energy assistance dollars that are still available. And so we are encouraging folks to look into that. If you go to our website at citizensutilityboard.org, we'll have lists of what you can do and who you can call to see if you're eligible for the public assistance dollars.
Well, what makes all of this worse is that elephant in the room. Last July, ComEd admitted to prosecutors that it engaged in actions that were later described as a bribery scheme, giving out jobs and contracts to allies of House Speaker Mike Madigan, all in exchange for legislation that benefited the company's bottom line. That's got to be the most frustrating thing, to see a company like this that's rolling in the dough. In the meantime, consumers are considering or have to consistently keep putting money out. You gave some suggestions as what can be done to try to lower our bills. But if you can leave everybody with one message this morning in regards to what we can all do to try to save money and make sure this never happens again, what would that be?
Well, I think two things there. One, as I mentioned, energy efficiency and other things that you can economize. There are very good programs out there that are low or no cost, and they can really save your money on your bills, like up to 10, 15%. So we would encourage people to look into that. Second, I think you mentioned, obviously the big issue here, which is the ComEd scandal. That is something that CUB, we are part of a class action lawsuit, still trying to get refunds, fair refunds for consumers from ComEd. I think at the end of the day, it's important to talk to elected officials. It's good that the Illinois General Assembly and Governor Pritzker signed the Climate Equity Jobs Act and replaced this rate-making system. But there's still a lot of rules that need to be developed in implementing that bill. And we really want to make sure that implementation process is as fair as it can be. We don't want to have another scandal. And obviously, we want to do everything we can to make sure that consumers are paying a fair deal and our bills are as low as they can possibly be.
David Collada with the Citizens Utility Board. Thanks for the work that you guys do. And for our viewers, you can go to citizensutilityboard.org for more information. Good to see you, David. Have a great day.